woke up already tired. That's how I knew it was gonna be one of those days. And back hurts before the sun comes up. Coffee don't do what it used to do. Everybody's talking loud these days, like volume makes a lie more true. Some kid flexing borrowed courage, acting like he runs the room. I bury better men than that for saying half the things they do. I ain't mad, I ain't impressed, I just don't have it left. I'm too over this shit, too tired to pretend, too sober for your drama, too worn down to bend. I bled enough to mean it, I paid enough to quit. Say what you wanna say, I'm too over this shit. I've shook hands I shouldn't have, kept quiet when I should've walked. Watch weak men build their kingdoms out of rumors and cheap talk. They love you when you carry weight, when you make their problems fit, then act surprised when you step back and don't explain a bit. I don't know them reasons, I don't know them shit. I'm too over this shit, too clear to play along, too done with second chances for people dead wrong. I don't need your approval, I don't need your list. I've earned the right to walk away. I'm too over this shit. I ain't bitter, I remember, that's the difference now. Pain taught me when to speak and when to leave the crowd. So if my silence makes you nervous, if my calm don't sit right, that's just what it looks like when a man knows his line. I'm too over this shit, for fake smiles and fake peace, for selling off my backbone just to help you sleep. I'll take quiet over chaos, truth over a hit. I live long enough to know better. I'm too over this shit, yeah. I've seen enough. I used to have a lot to say. Not anymore. I've said my piece 1,000 times, watched it land, watched it miss. Some folks don't want the truth, they just want to win the list. I used to chase the last word, used to prove what I knew. Now I hear the noise start up and I already know who's who. I know where this goes, I've been here before. I don't argue anymore, I don't raise my voice. If it needs explaining twice, it ain't my choice. I don't wrestle with opinions, I don't kick that door. Say what you came to say, I don't argue anymore. I've seen friendships turn to smoke over things that didn't last. Seen pride wreck good people trying to live in the past. They want fire, they want chaos, they want blood on the floor. I just step back, let it burn, I don't need it anymore. Peace don't come from winning, it comes from walking away. I don't argue anymore, I don't play that game. I don't chase misunderstandings or defend my name. I don't fight for empty ground, I don't settle low scores. I listen once, then I'm done. I don't argue anymore. I learned silence isn't weakness, it's precision. Every word you don't say is a decision. I don't argue anymore, I don't beg to be heard. If respect ain't in the room, I don't say a word. I've lived enough to know the cost of every open door. Some battles aren't worth breathing. I don't argue anymore. That's how you keep your peace. I didn't always know when to leave. I do now. I stayed too long in rooms like this, tried making sense of pride. Watched respect get traded cheap for what was loudest inside. I used to call it loyalty, called it seeing things through. Now I see it for what it was, me forgetting what's true. You don't win every fight, some you outgrow. I walk away now, before it turns wrong, before I say something I can't take back at all. I don't slam doors, I don't make a sound. When it stops being real, I walk away now. I've watched silence say enough, watched tempers burn themselves out. I've seen good men lose their footing, trying to stand their ground too loud. They want drama, want reaction, want me stuck in that old crowd. I just step back, breathe it in, and choose a better route. Peace ain't weakness, it's control. I walk away now, I don't need to stay. I don't owe my energy to words thrown my way. I don't chase closure, I don't need the last round. When it starts costing too much, I walk away now. I've learned not everything deserves an answer or a stand. Some fires burn out faster when you don't lend a hand. I walk away now, not bitter, not afraid, just done trading my time for things that don't stay. I've been loud, I've been stubborn, I've learned how to bow out. I don't disappear, I walk away now. That's how you stay intact. don't need a plan. You just need momentum. Morning hits without permission. Same old ache in my back. World still loud, still asking questions. I ain't answering that. I don't look too far ahead now. I don't measure the miles. I just lace up what's left of my strength and walk it out a while. I've learned how not to quit by not thinking too much. One foot after the other, that's how I get through. I don't race the horizon, I just do what I can do. I ain't chasing tomorrow, I ain't stuck in another. I keep moving forward, one foot after the other. I've seen men freeze in their head, trying to pick the right way. I've seen progress die quiet from thinking too much every day. I don't need perfect conditions, I don't wait on the sun. If the road's still there in front of me, then I ain't done. Motion beats fear every time. One foot after the other, no speeches, no signs, just breathing and moving, one step at a time. I don't need guarantees, I don't need another cover. I keep my eyes on the ground, one foot after the other. I've learned big decisions aren't always loud. Sometimes survival is just staying proud. So if it don't look heroic, if it don't look like a win, that's fine, I'm still in. One foot after the other, still here, still strong. Didn't quit when it got heavy, didn't stay when it was wrong. I ain't perfect, I ain't clever, I just don't let go. I keep moving how I learned to, one foot after the other. That's enough for today. I kept my mouth shut long enough. This ain't anger. This is balance. I showed up when it mattered, when it cost more than it paid. I shook hands with lies, still stood by what I said. I carried dead weight smiling while they sharpened their knives. Funny how they call it loyalty when you're bleeding for their side. I've been till I learned the limit, held the line till it broke. Now I see real clear who was right and who just wanted the smoke. I don't owe you shit, not my time, not my pain. I paid my dues in full, in scars and sleepless days. I ain't here for your approval, I ain't begging for a seat. I earned every mile I'm standing on. I don't owe you shit, I don't owe you shit. I stay quiet in the corner while they talk like kings. Watch weak men build thrones out of borrowed things. They love you when you're useful till you stop bending your spine. Then they act surprised when you draw a harder line. I learned peace ain't softness, it's knowing when to leave. And silence, it's a hell of a lot harder than anything I scream. I don't owe you shit, not respect, bought with fear. I don't owe you answers, I don't owe you years, I don't owe you loyalty. When it's traded for deceit, I kept my word, I kept my soul. I don't owe you shit. I paid in blood and broken sleep, in nights I couldn't breathe. I buried dreams so others could stand where I should be. So don't confuse my calm for weakness or regret. This ain't rage, it's clarity, and clarity don't beg. I don't owe you shit, not forgiveness, not grace. I don't owe you one more step on a road I outgrew anyway. I walk lighter, stand straighter now that I cut that leash. I gave enough of my life away. I don't owe you shit, I don't owe you shit. No more carrying ghosts that weren't mine. I'm square with this world. Nah, I wasn't made for this part of the world. I wake up tired of the noise, tired of lies dressed clean. Everybody's selling versions of who they never been. I tried playing nice with the snakes, bit my tongue till it bled. But you can only walk in circles so long before you snap instead. They say you keep your head down, smile more, don't make waves, don't resist. But I wasn't wired for surrender, and I sure as hell ain't built for this. I ain't built for this bullshit, for fake smiles and borrowed pride. I ain't built for these games, man, or living life half alive. I was made for hard truth, for roads that hit back when you quit. You can keep your comfort and excuses. I ain't built for this bullshit. They talk tough behind a screen, call it courage, call it power. I've seen real men stay quiet, then prove it in the hour. They want loyalty on demand, respect without a spine. But I don't bow to hollow crowns or beg for a peace of mind. They say this is how it works now, like that makes it legit. But if this is what you call normal, I ain't built for this. I ain't built for this bullshit, for empty words and cheap control. I ain't built to sell my backbone just to keep my seat at the table whole. I was raised on scars and sweat, on promises you don't forget. If this world runs on compromise, I ain't built for this bullshit. shape for your disguise. I ain't numb enough to swallow what you call a normal life. I'll take the heat, the fallout, the weight of every hit. I'd rather burn being honest than bend for this bullshit. Nah. I was built for something real. I don't say much about it. Some things don't need words. Your boots still by the door, haven't moved since you left. Mama says she's doing fine, but she don't sleep much yet. They told us time would fix it, said we'd learn to move on. Funny how the world keeps spinning like you were never gone. We said we'd watch each other's backs, no matter where it ends. Guess you just got there first, man. I see you on the other side, brother. That's all I gotta say. I'll keep carrying your name the same way. You didn't leave me answers, you didn't leave me peace. You just left me still standing here, learning how to breathe. They folded up your jacket, put your picture in a frame, said you were a good man, like that explains the pain. I don't talk about heaven, I don't talk about hell. I just know you ain't hurting, and that's enough to tell. I ain't mad at the world, I ain't asking why. I just wake up every day and keep you on my side. See you on the other side, brother. When my road runs out, I'll show up how I live. No excuses, no doubt. If there's somewhere's quiet, somewhere we can sit, save me a place when you get there. That's it. I don't drink to forget you, I don't drink to feel brave. I drink to remember the man you stayed. So if they ask about you, I don't say much, I quit. Some things don't need a story, they just are what they is. See you on the other side, brother. I ain't rushing the end, but when it's my turn to go, I'll know where you've been. Till then I'll keep moving, do what you'd expect. I live this life solid out of simple respect. See you on the other side, brother. I walk the streets tonight just to clear out my head. Didn't know where I was going, and stay in bed. Streetlights buzz like tired thoughts. Every window tells a lie. Somebody's laughing, somebody's praying, somebody's losing a fight. I passed a bar I used to love, heard a song we used to play. Funny how the past don't knock anymore, it just waits. I ain't running from the silence, I just needed it to talk. I walk the streets tonight, trying to make some sense of all the things I carry that never made me stronger in the end. I ain't broken, I ain't lost, just tied in my bones. So I walk the streets tonight, so I wouldn't feel alone. Every step felt like a question, every breath like a prayer. I thought about the ones I miss and the ones still here. Some names I never say out loud, some faces time won't fade. Some nights you don't need answers, you just need space. The world don't stop for heartbreak, but it slows down if you listen. I walk the streets tonight, let the memories pass by. Didn't chase forgiveness, didn't ask the reasons why. I let the cold remind me that I'm still alive. So I walk the streets tonight to make peace with what I survived. If I could talk to who I was, I'd tell him this much now. You don't win by outrunning pain, you win by slowing down. I walk the streets tonight, not looking to be saved, just trying to carry tomorrow without drowning in yesterday. When the night finally opened up and let the morning in, I turned back toward my door, a little lighter than I'd been. I walk the streets tonight, I've heard this story before. Different faces, same ending. I've seen towns rise on promises and fall on borrowed truth. Watch good men lose themselves trying to prove what they already knew. Every road I ever trusted asked for blood before it bent. Funny how the lessons stick when you pay in consequence. This ain't fear in my voice, it's memory. This ain't my first fire, ain't my first long night. I've been burned, I've been tested, still walking upright. You can call it luck, call it grace, call it stubborn pride, but I didn't get here by accident. This ain't my first fire. I've buried things I love just to keep the rest alive. Learn when to hold the line, learn when to step aside. I don't rush push into the darkness. I don't flinch when it hits. I know exactly who I am and who I ain't standing with. I don't need to raise my voice to make it real. This ain't my first fire. I know how he behaves. I watch flames take everything, then leave behind the man. I don't scare easy anymore. I don't scare quick. I didn't survive this long for nothing. This ain't my first fight. Some men break the first time, some men never do. Some men learn to stand still and let the storm move through. So if I look calm in the chaos, if I don't react like before, that's not weakness talking. That's a man who's seen it all. This ain't my first fire, won't be my last stand. But I don't walk in blind anymore. I know where I am. I'll take the smoke, take the scars, take the truth when it's dire. I'm still here for a reason. This ain't my first fight. Yeah, I know how this goes. Woke up before the alarm. Didn't feel strong, didn't feel broken either. Woke up with the same old weight still sitting on my chest. World didn't change overnight, guess it didn't get the message yet. Phone full of noise and reasons why I should be someone else. I shut the door, tied my boots, told myself just take a step. I ain't looking for a miracle, just enough ground to stand. Still breathing, still moving, still putting one foot down. Still carrying what I lived through, still standing my ground. I ain't winning, I ain't losing, ain't got nothing to prove. Still breathing, still moving, that's how I make it through. Some days feel like borrowed time, some nights don't let me sleep. I don't talk about the miles I walked, the promises I couldn't keep. I've seen hope come cheap and loud, I've seen quiet save a man. Learn real strength don't make a sound, it just keeps going when it can. I don't need the world to notice, I just need to stay upright. Still breathe, still moving, still here, still around. Still saying no to the no's, saying yes to solid ground. I ain't running, I ain't frozen, ain't hiding from the truth. Still breathing, still moving, that's how I make it through. I've lost things I don't name anymore. I buried parts of who I was. But I didn't quit on myself when it got heavy. And that counts for something, doesn't it? Still breathing, still moving, still walking my own line. Still carrying tomorrow, one damn day at a time. Nobody taught me this. I had to earn it. I learned how to bleed before I learned restraint. Learned how to lose before I learned what it takes. I swung first, asked questions later. Thought noise meant I was strong. Funny how the loudest lessons took the longest to be wrong. Every scar had something to say. I just didn't listen then. I learned peace the hard way, paid for every inch, lost more than I needed just to see what mattered since. I don't raise my voice now, I don't rush the fight. I learned peace the hard way, and I guard it with my life. I've buried words I wanted said, bite marks still on my tongue. I've walked away from battles I would have died for when I was young. They mistake my calm for weakness, that's fine, I let them think. I ain't scared of what they don't know, I'm scared of losing what I keep. Some wars don't end in victory, they end in understanding. I learned peace the hard way, through fire and regret, through nights I won't remember, and days I can't forget. I don't prove myself to strangers, I don't cross my own lines. I learned peace the hard way, and it cost me damn near everything to find. I ain't holy, I ain't healed, I just know what's fake and what is real. So if I don't react like you expect, if I don't rise to bait, that ain't fear, that ain't surrender, that's a man who learned the stakes. I learned peace the hard way, I won't trade it now. I don't live in constant tension, I don't bow to every sound. I've been chaos, I've been quiet, I know both sides of the line. I learned peace the hard way, and I won't apologize for mine. Yeah. Some lessons only stick when they cost you enough. They call it luck, I call it survival. I've been cut where it don't show, bruised in ways you don't see. Watch good plans fall apart right in front of me. I stood in places I shouldn't be, trusted names I regret. Funny how they call it fortune when you're still paying the debt. Luck don't bleed, luck don't stay. Still here ain't luck, ain't a roll of the dice. It's scars, it's stubborn, it's paying the price. I didn't flow through the fire, I didn't slip through the cracks. Still here ain't love, it's fighting my way back. Slept in doubt, woke up tired, carried weight I didn't choose. Lost things I can't replace, learn how not to lose. They see the calm, they see the stand, they don't see what it took. Every step that kept me breathing, every bridge I never shook. You don't get this far by accident. Still here ain't love, it's will and spine, saying no 100 times just to draw one clean line. I didn't get saved by mercy, didn't fall into trust. Still here ain't luck, it's doing what I must. Some men break and stay broken, some men learn to bend. I learned how to take the hit, still get up again. So if I don't celebrate much, if I don't need applause, that's just a man who knows the cost of every breath he draws. Still here ain't luck, I earned my place through bad decisions and better days. I ain't proud of every mile, but I walked every one. Still here ain't love, it's what I've done. Yeah, luck didn't carry me. Yeah, luck didn't carry me. You don't get surprised after a while. I've watched promises right where they stood, seen good intentions do more harm than good. I've heard the speeches, heard the vows, heard the same old stuff. Funny how it all sounds hollow once you've seen enough. I don't need it explained, I recognize the signs. I've seen enough to know how this ends. I've seen enough to know who pretends. I don't chase illusions, I don't call your bluff. Say what you came to say. I've seen enough, I've seen enough. I've seen loyalty bend when pressure shows, seen truth get dressed up so it don't look exposed. They swear this time is different, swear they change their ways, but patterns don't disappear, they just take breaks. Experience don't shout, it just nods. I've seen enough to walk away clean, the cars. Yeah, that's experience talking. Not everything makes it with you. Some things stay behind, some things don't. I've lost names I don't say, lost roads I won't go back, left parts of who I was in places I can't unpack. They say time takes the edge off, maybe that's half true. It don't erase the weight, it just teaches you some do. You don't. I carry what's left, not what's gone. I carry the nights, I still walk on. I don't drag the past, I don't try to forget. I live with what matters. I carry what's left. Some memories stay sharp, some fade like smoke. Some lessons hit late, some never let go. I don't hold on to anger, I don't relive regret. I just shoulder the truth of the things I kept. Lost don't leave you empty, it changes what you hold. I carry what's left, the weight I earned, every scar that stayed, every bridge that burned. I don't wear it heavy, I don't wear it proud. I carry what's left, and I move on now. Some men chase closure, some men chase peace. I just keep moving.